There's a countdown. Nice. So that was really embarrassing. That was a sort of practice run of sorts, and I failed miserably. So anyways, this is a second run. This is after spending like a half hour or so trying to troubleshoot my controller. It wasn't working, and it was such a pain. I had to reconfigure Hollow Knight so that way it was running the Windows version, because I was running what's technically the Linux version. I was using Proton. Now I'm using, I can't remember what I'm using, but now it's technically running the Windows version, which is why the HUD is different, the skin is different. This is a mod. It is the only mod I'm running, I promise. In the next recording segment, I will pull up like the mod menu so you can see it's the only thing that's on there. I love Hollow Knight, but I also love Dark Souls. This is Solaire. It's a skin of Solaire from Dark Souls Remastered, or Dark Souls 1 if you want to get technical. Dark Souls, the first one. Point being, it's my all-time favorite game. Love it more than anything. Like my top 3 would have to be easily Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and Hollow Knight. Not necessarily in a particular order. I have been dumping a mad amount of hours into kind of all of them. That's the reason for the skin. That's why I decided to mod it. I have no idea what I'm talking about. My mind is all over the place. It is 1:45 in the morning. I got off at midnight. Shift was the end of my shift was hectic. Somehow my drawer ended up $85 over, and then since I missed the midnight cutoff, it started $85 short, and this money appeared out of nowhere. Like it doesn't make sense. We did the math. My drawer was only 7 cents short, which isn't a big deal. It's like 7 cents, but for whatever reason, it's saying it's 85 off, and it doesn't make sense anywhere. Right? Like crunched the numbers, sat there, did the math, looking at like my printouts and stuff. It doesn't make sense. $85 appeared and disappeared out of thin air with no rhyme or reason. So now I'm going through. I'm trying to record this because I have to record an hour, 5 minutes, and 39 seconds. Over what I have recorded, because I don't really want to bother editing. I know that's lazy. I don't know what I'm doing regarding editing. I'm hoping I can kind of toy with that and figure that out. Right now, I just kind of want to give you guys, to a certain extent, a sort of raw and uncut playthrough of the Steel Soul run. Make it like a let's play of sorts. If you couldn't tell, I did cut out that entire tutorial beginning segment. I think it's boring to play through, as bad as that might sound, so I assume it's probably boring to watch through, so I decided to cut that out and just kind of start out in Dirtmouth like you saw and just begin. But yeah, we're like 4 minutes in, so I have another hour of footage to record audio over, and I'll be doing this differently. I put a poll up on Instagram, and it was like commentary ? I mean, you guys obviously know what I'm talking about. If you're looking at this, odds are you've seen the Instagram post. You're on all of my social media shit, so you know what I'm talking about. And you guys said you wanted me to record commentary while recording, so that's what I'll do for the next recording session. I'm not sure how quickly I'll get these videos out or anything like that, just for the sole fact that I do work a full-time job. I go to class every Saturday. So while like I do have time, it's a weird amount of time. Either I record on my time off, like before work, or I record after I get home from work, just like after midnight most nights. We'll really just feel it out, but I don't know how quickly any of this will roll out, so I don't want to be like, oh yeah, here's a definitive time when like new videos will be. I might try to do like a weekly thing if I can, just because there probably isn't enough time to just do like, oh okay, we'll record like an hour segment or like an hour and a half segment and then just kind of go through, cut out what's not needed, like AFKs. Where I began on this footage before deciding to just give you kind of this last hour of gameplay, I had 4 hours. Again, if you saw the Instagram story, you saw I started out with like 4 some odd hours, and after cutting out like AFKs and menus and the issues I was having, it cut it in half. I still had like 2 hours left. And so now, where I'm at now, it's just an hour, and it's the last hour that you guys are now watching. And so I think that might be what's easiest, is just do it in like hour and a half segments. Go through, cut out what's stupid, like AFKs, and then post it. Again, I don't really know how to edit. I can't edit for shit. I want to change that. I want to figure that out. I might toy around with that as I roll stuff out, and just at the very end of it all, like, here's all the parts, and then here's just like a super cut of like, I don't know, like bloopers, or I guess bloopers are funny moments. I was gonna say bloopers and funny moments, but that's like the same thing. So, you know, like bloopers or things that I thought were cool of the run. Basically an actual no, like a supercut is all of it put together. I guess compilation is the right word that I'm looking for. Just do like a compilation of clips that I thought were funny, or felt were funny, or thought were cool, and then just kind of see the general reception on that. After I do that, just because I am kind of on the Hollow Knight Silksong hype train, they're amazing games, don't judge me for it. I got like 10 hours on Silksong, so it's not like I'll be losing a ton of it. I might do a blind playthrough recording of that, and then when I finish that, do a Steel Soul run, because that's basically what I did with Hollow Knight, is I did a full playthrough. I completed it with like 92% in like 48-ish hours, and then instead of trying to see where I can improve or what I can do better, I was like, we're just gonna jump into a Steel Soul run. Because just like anybody that plays these games, I'm a bit insane. There's a screw loose somewhere where I like the pain of the difficulty. So I might play through Silksong, do just blind playthrough of that, post that, kind of same concept, hour and a half segments of a Let's Play. Once that's done, do a Steel Soul run. And then see where we go after that. I'm just trying to get back into this as a fun little side hobby to keep myself going, keep myself from going insane. Because while I said, like, I do have a full schedule, there's at the same time like a weird amount of just time on my hands that I don't know what to do with, and I want to figure out what to do. So I might pick up YouTube again as a hobby, see what we record and post. I'm only running a Steam Deck, so a lot of the modern games run like ass. Elden Ring is playable. I've dumped 200 plus hours into it. I 100%ed it in 55 hours. I beat the base game, beat the DLC. all of that on it, but if I were to record it, I'm pretty sure the Steam Deck would like burst into flames, and I don't want that. So I'll find games. I have a huge library on Steam that I'm sure I could, farm content out of for days. Silksong and Hollow Knight are absolutely massive games, so if I wanted to stay on that hype train, I could absolutely milk them for content. Also, a side note, since this is only my second actual playthrough of Hollow Knight, I noticed those boards for the first time, and it was really cool when I found out. Like, you're gonna see, and I thought it was a cool little thing. Didn't realize you could do that my first time. Point is, False Knight is an optional boss, and I never knew that until, technically that first death, that one that I started with. And I almost died. Like, that was almost the end of it really quick. So I'm really confused what just happened. I'm not sure if I'm only allowed to record an X amount of segments with this software I'm using. I've never used it. It's called Movavi. I have literally no idea how it's pronounced. I don't know what the software is. It was cheap. I couldn't really find a free one that did what I wanted when I was first trying to get back into doing YouTube as a side hobby. And so I went with this because I was like, oh, I'm going to be... Because at the time, I was going to be helping edit videos for a job I was at. My family has a YouTube channel. I got this to originally kind of see what I could do to help with that. Obviously, I haven't done that. My dad's amazing at editing, so and he'll say he's not. But I do like the little bit of editing he does, so I might, talk to him, see if he can teach me what to do, see what advice he has for me. But yeah, I feel like I'm talking a lot. We are 13 minutes in, and I feel like I have not shut up. And there's another, what is that, 50 minutes, 40 minutes worth of 50. Yeah, I was right, the first one, of footage left to record audio over. So, I'm going to mute the mic. I'm going to hope I remember to unmute it when I decide to talk again. If not, it's just going to, I'm going to pop back in after, 20 minutes of silence and be like, so yeah, I talked like 5 minutes and it didn't record any of it. Because I've done that before. It's fun. But yeah, I'm gonna peace out for a minute, just kind of hang out and watch my footage, because I didn't really rewatch this. I just kind of like, okay, cool, this is what we're gonna stick with, and just started recording audio over it. So, love you guys, thank you for the support. Talking again later, I guess.
rien mehr.
It wasn't that long. It was like 7-8 seconds there but anyways, yeah, forgot the mic was muted. I missed an AFK, so I'm glad I'm kind of paying attention I'm scrolling Reddit as this kind of goes, and just popping in here and there. But I forgot an AFK. It was only like a minute, but yeah, still, that's like a minute of AFK that you guys would have sat through just pure silence. So anyways, yeah, I'll let you guys get back to it.
Panada.
Yeah, I'm really embarrassed how that one went. Like, I almost lost the run this early to hazards. That's embarrassing. I'm probably gonna die later to hazards. It's gonna happen. I'm like, like, oh, that was embarrassing, and it's gonna happen. I'm gonna die to hazards somewhere down the line, and it's gonna be like right at the end or something stupid. But I'm gonna die to hazards. Just you wait. It's your boy, back again. There was another AFK. I don't know how long that one was. I did a quick edit of it out. Again, I'm glad I'm going back through these. Sorry for popping in randomly. Sorry if it's scaring the shit out of you. I'm just kinda here. But yeah. I keep forgetting there's AFKs. I should have checked this before I started recording.
Che noise, cucci.
Spura babis.
I stopped paying attention for a minute, so I mean, if there's an AFK in there, sorry about that, y'all. I'm not going back to find it. It's 2:30 in the morning. I want to get through this last 24 minutes and go to bed. I don't know why I chose to do it this time. I could have done it in the after after getting up in the morning, but you know, fuck it. Here we are. We're in too deep now.
Papanada. Papanada.
Amesodo.
Drosjek Halimo.
Okay, so I zoned out for most of the wandering around Green Path. I wish I would have memorized more of the map before doing this, but like this is my best run of Hornet ever. The first time I fought Hornet, I was stuck on her for hours. I struggled so much. There was a ton of deaths, and I won't lie that I got a little bit like overconfident in my abilities here. Right there, almost hitless, and I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna beat Hornet hitless, and I was just so slightly within the hitbox to be hit by the needle, and I was honestly so disappointed, because if I was just a little bit further back, then I would have done it hitless, and that would have been such an amazing achievement, because it would have been the first boss I would have ever done hitless in Hollow Knight, on top of being like the actual first major boss and the first required boss. It would have been awesome to do a hitless, and just right there I messed up at the end. But regardless, I am really happy about that Hornet fight. So I'm really not complaining all that much. Alright, but anyways, there's really not much besides that hazard injury. There's really not much left to what's going on in the run. I think I kind of just wander back around is basically all that happens, but this is the first part of many for this Steel Soul run, so thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. As bad as it sounds, all the generic YouTube shit, thank you. Even though I said it's generic YouTube shit, I really do appreciate it. This is just side hobby to pass the time, but I really do appreciate anybody that takes time to watch it. I've really fallen in love with this game. It is amazing, and I am really excited to see how this Steel Soul run goes. And I guess including that unfortunate accidental death that I showed at the very beginning will be the only one in the run, but I'm sure it won't be, so I imagine this will be a pretty long series. But that's basically the end of the video. Thank you. I'm really excited to see how this goes. I know I've said that a couple of times, but I spent the first 15 minutes just non-stop blabbering, and then I spent the rest of the video not talking. So from now on, I will be recording audio on the mic like I'm doing so now, while I play instead of afterwards. I feel like doing it after has been a lot more awkward. It's been a lot of just kind of sitting here trying to keep myself entertained, talking occasionally. So I'm really hoping that, obviously, talking while recording will be a lot different. It'll be something else to get used to. I've never been good at talking while playing, or even just any of the recording, any of this voice recording while doing games. I just barely made Mortal Shell visible again. I'm debating on making the Undertale playlist visible as well, but that's literally a 2-episode thing that I never touched again, and I don't have it on my Steam Deck. I might get it on my Steam Deck, because trying to record on the Switch is a bitch and a half, to say the least. The amount of cords and the amount of setup I have to go through is a pain. The Steam Deck is all done on the Steam Deck, and then I just put it onto a drive and connect to my laptop, and that's where I'm doing the editing and the recording. So hopefully that process will be a little bit more sped up, basically just putting it onto the drive, then onto the laptop, and doing the editing. But here we are at the end. There's literally 30 seconds left of this, but I'm excited to see where it goes. Thank you for joining me. I'm super excited to see how this goes.